overpaying for your designer handbag is not the flex that you think it is. So I wanted to do some in-depth reporting for you guys. I went behind enemy lines, the Nordstrom on Michigan Avenue. We're gonna be looking at the new full price version, and I'm gonna show you something similar that's pre-owned that's going to save you a ton of money. And this year is all about saving our money, being more fiscally responsible, and still enjoying luxury. And that's exactly what we're gonna be doing today. The very first bag that I picked up and immediately regretted touching was the V logo signature top handle bag. This bag is nothing special, and they are asking $2,950. How many hours of work did you have to do to buy this very bland, blasé handbag that's not even going to retain a third of its value here in a year? I was like, you know what? What's very similar from Valentino that's pre-owned? Well, I found this gorgeous pink. Yes, it is still Rockstud adjacent. They're on the strap, but this is vintage, you guys, or pre-owned, I should say, and it's only $407.81. We have a double top handle. We also have the ability to go shoulder or maybe even short crossbody if you wanted. We have a nice big pocket on the back that's gonna fit our bigger iPhones. Overall, guys, this is a fabulous bag, and I can guarantee you that if this was new in the hellscape that 2026 is, this would also be a $3,000 handbag, or you could save $2,600. That is almost a week's vacation, if you will, like a nice little cruise. Now, another bag that I saw over at Valentino that I was excited to look at, this is the Valentino Antibes medium calfskin shopping bag, priced at $3,200. So we get even less than the last bag as far as hardware is concerned, but we're gonna charge even more. Of the two Valentino bags, this one by far had the worst leather that I touched. It felt processed. Part of me was like, is this real leather? Like, this just kind of, it felt pleathery. And I don't use this word lightly, it felt cheap. For over $3,000, it felt cheap. Think just 20 years ago, the Hermes Birkin was only $4,000. So why is this almost $4,000 20 years later? Help me understand why this bag costs so much in 2026. I found this is gorgeous pebbled leather, you guys. This is rich, it's sumptuous, it's very under the radar. It still plays into the whole belted energy. We've got a little bit of the Rockstud motif going on, but it's also giving kind of like Birkin Kelly Peekaboo energy, which you all know are some of my absolute favorite bags. What's the price point? $477. So this is almost 90% less. I'm not good at math, so don't ask me to actually do the math for you, but this is almost 90% less than the Antibes tote that we saw at Nordstrom. Now, where did I find this absolutely amazing bag at? Over at my friends at ZenLuxe. They have access to thousands, tens of thousands of designer goods. We're talking shoes, we're talking jewelry, we're talking handbags, we're talking SLGs, we're talking luggage, we're talking clothing. ZenLuxe has everything you need, and I'm gonna have everything listed down below along with the ZenLuxe link. So you're just gonna go to ZenLuxe, copy and paste the name of the bag that we're talking about. If you're interested in purchasing, make sure to use my code down there as well. I'm all about saving money. I love my designer goods, but I love having money in my pocket more. We are really striking it rich with some of these ZenLuxe finds because we're saving a ton of money and these bags are absolutely flawless. Did I mention that they're offering free standard shipping at the moment? Like, take advantage of it. I know we're all worried about tariffs, customs, and all that. ZenLuxe actually calculates it before you check out, so you know exactly what you're gonna pay right up front, and then free standard shipping. Hello, it is a win-win. It was one of the worst feeling bags that I've ever felt, and it was almost $5,000. That's more than what some people spend on their car. Everyone's all about the Balenciaga Rodeo, and I get it. It's a stunning bag. It's Kelly meets Fendi Peekaboo. It is a very cool bag visually. This leather just felt so processed, so painted. This is something that I would expect maybe at the Coach outlet, if I'm being quite honest. It's not giving $4,590 because remember, not long ago, about 2 decades, the Birkin was about $4,000. So why is this higher than what a Birkin used to be? There's just no reason why this bag would cost more than $1,500. Do I love the style? Absolutely. And that's why I found something very similar that's even better, more iconic, and definitely better made. It's no secret, it's no question what Demna was inspired by when he designed the Rodeo, but this Peekaboo, you guys, this is done in, I'm going to say old tan, because Balenciaga's already coined new tan, so this is done in old tan, and it's currently priced at $822. We are seeing a resurgence of the Fendi Peekaboo, and I don't know that we're gonna be seeing the same thing for the Rodeo 10 years down the line after, you know, it's already been canceled and they've moved on. The Peekaboo is an icon. It is a classic, it is an icon, it should be a staple in everyone's bag collection at some point. I would have no qualms in buying this one. It looks to be a complete set with the strap. Fendi knocked it out of the park. So if this is something you're interested in adding to your collection, make sure to copy and paste from my list down below. Use the ZenLuxe link I have, search it on there. It's gonna pull it up for you, add it to cart immediately. Do not waste time. This happens every time I do a list video, the bags start to sell. But one bag that I'm not gonna help sell is Tote. I just think that is the most chintziest closure on a handbag I've ever encountered. I love some of the Tote lineup, don't get me wrong, and I think for what they are, this is what bag prices should be. The T-lock leather top handle, it's $13.90, which for a new designer handbag out the door really isn't that crazy these days. In fact, it's on the more affordable end. It's gorgeous, the leather is quite nice. I believe it's made in Italy. Oh, no. So the exterior is 100% cow leather. The lining is 60% polyurethane, 40% polyamide. So it's what, nylon? It's plastic? I'm good. Oh my God, these bag brands. If there's a comma in the price point, line it in goat skin. It doesn't cost you that much. That's ridiculous. If you're looking for something that's top handle that has a unique closure, look no further than the belt bag. In fact, I'm betting most of you probably have this in your closet right now because guys, Celine was the fashion girlies staple of the 2010s. These bags are gonna be slowly ticking up in price, especially as you know, the current bags get a little bit crazier in price. We're gonna be all looking towards pre-owned. We're even going to be looking at Hermes and Chanel bags that are cheaper than what's currently at Nordstrom on the showroom floor. Stay tuned if you wanna see some very inexpensive Chanel and Hermes coming. We popped into the YSL concession, and you guys know at one point I was a big YSL fan. One bag that I used to really want, the Sac du Jour, but they do not hold their value enough on the pre-owned market to ever justify buying brand new unless this is like your holy grail, must have, I've saved for it for 6 months kind of bag. I went up and I touched one in the supple grained leather, and again, what is with these cheap leathers? And I hate, nothing makes me cringe more than the word cheap, but that is the only way to describe some of these materials that I was touching the other day. Bags 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago would never have felt like this, especially if they were almost $4,000. Can we let that sink in? $4,000 for a YSL in 2026. We're all wackadoodle at this point. If you're looking for some good YSL that I can personally vouch for, the Muse 2, it'll probably come back into my collection again. Yes, like everything else, the prices on the pre-owned ones are rising. Beautiful, sumptuous black pebbled leather. It's kind of a grayish on a gray canvas body. A lot of great organization. I can personally vouch the Muse 2 is one of the best sleeper hits of all designer handbags ever created. I'm a huge idiot for selling mine. I fully attest to that. This next one, the Gabby Vanity and Lambskin. YSL lambskin, like some of the most sumptuous leather. Could it have fit my cell phone? I doubt it. My Hermes chapstick, probably, with my card key, a wish, and a hope. A hope that I had more space and some of my money back. So I was like, you know what, Caleb, we can do better. You and I, we can do better because we're smart shoppers, right? We're shopping at places like ZenLuxe. So over at ZenLuxe, I found a brand new with tags. Plastic still on the Serpenti hardware, I've already given it away. This is a Bulgari in red. It's $740, which is a third of the price that we're gonna see over at YSL. And I think it's a little bit more unusual. We've got the chain hardware, we've got the Serpenti details, we have the little mirror that pulls out. It's a Bulgari. Like, how many times are you at dinner, you're gonna look over at the next table and see someone with a Bulgari bag? Not often, at least not here in Chicagoland. But I guarantee you, if I swung my Bulgari around my head, I'm gonna hit like 5 to 10 YSLs. That's just how it is. Now, I promised you guys some Chanel, and I never disappoint with my promises. And this Chanel, you guys, is going to be less expensive. It's actually just a little bit more than the Bulgari we just looked at. This is a caviar leather vanity bag. Be so for real. Chanel literally wrote the blueprint. They drew the blueprint out for the vanity bag trend. Guys, it doesn't get much better. I know some of you are gonna want it to go crossbody. That's why I showed you the Bulgari. For those of us who can top handle and slay while we do it, that's why I'm showing us this. You know, I've sold off all my clutches now post-pandemic, so maybe a Chanel vanity is in my future. This would look so cool with like a tux and like an over-the-top bow tie or bow. I don't know. I'm thinking outside the box here, but what I'm not thinking outside of is our budget. ZenLuxe has us covered. Chanel for under $900. Not even $1,000, under $900. Well, no, shipping's free. So that makes the bag practically free. Let's do some bag math here. This bag is free. Finishing up over at YSL, because I have a lot of gripes with you, YSL. First of all, I feel like things haven't really changed in the last 10 years. Like, we're still very much in the Eddie Slimane era. Let's wrap it up. Like, let's get some more Pilati era kind of stuff back. But anyway, this is the Icarino in quilted Napa leather. Absolutely teeny tiny, super cute, perfect for like a casual evening out, but not for $3,200. We can do better. And you know who did better back in the day? YSL. Specifically, actually, Pilati. So this is the Mombasa, and guys, the Mombasa was an era for YSL. I wouldn't be surprised if it's coming back in a big way. This one, it is the most expensive thing that we have on our ZenLuxe list. It's just over $2,000, but when I look at this looks like money. The other bag, like, did she get it on Temu? Did she actually pay $3,200? It's up in the air, it's up for debate. This bag though, like, I'm gonna clock this and be like, they know. I popped into Chloe, as one does when they're at the Nordstrom, and I fell head over heels. I need you to talk me out of it, but the large balloon bag, especially in the granate colorway, currently I think it was like $2,700, marked down to like $1,620, which is basically free. But I'm really kind of into my shoulder bag era lately, believe it or not. So I'm like, another big kind of slouchy shoulder tote wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, especially in that colorway. The hardware is fabulous, absolutely stunning. But you know what I didn't find fabulous over at Chloe? And that got serious real quick, and I'm so sorry. But this is about the stripy tote. I get it. We all need our throw around rucksack for the beach. We're going to play pickleball. Let's throw our rackets in the stripy. This is almost as ridiculous as those Dior book totes. I said what I said. That is a ridiculous price point. But you know it's not ridiculous. Let's pop over to ZenLuxe. I found the most perfect Hermes beach bag for you. I know. Call me dream maker. I answer every single time. But this is the Hermes Can MM tote bag, and I'm loving this orange colorway. Not everyone's gonna be able to clock that that is an Hermes bag, but those of us who know Hermes, I'm looking at you, because you and I, we have good taste. We're gonna look at that clou de sel between the handles, and we're gonna be like, oh, that's an Hermes bag here at the beach, not a big Lindy. Inside joke. It opens up so big and wide. You can throw your towels in there, and when you're done, just shake it out. It's a canvas tote. Shake it out. Shake it out. It's $313. Absolutely stunning, fabulous, just over the top chic, and you saved $1,000 doing it. I know. Call me dream maker. I already answered. We popped into LV and we had a ton of fun in there. What really caught my eye was the LV X TM Speedy Trunk size 20. Oh my God. Takashi Murakami, like those pieces are iconic. I still have my absolutely stunning Noir Speedy sitting right here. Look at that vachetta. This bag is so flawless. I gay gasped. And then my husband gay gasped with me, and we were just in awe of this Speedy Trunk thing. You all know I hate the little luggage tag on there. Like, I like the little rivet heads. I think that's cute, but the metal LV, like, come on. Like, this isn't a Michael Kors bag. Like, we know what the bag is. We don't need more logos. What was eye-watering was the $13,900 price point. So she's cute. I'll buy a Birkin first, personally. What I was like, you know what? There are so many good old multicolor bags that now that the whole multicolor phase is like kind of over, like the craze that we went through over the last year. Now this one is the Priscilla, and I thought this was shaped very similarly. Like the easy way out would be to show you a multicolor Speedy, right? But no one ever talks about Priscilla, and I think she's so cute. She's very similar in size to the Speedy Trunk that we saw, the Trunk 20, and she's also not even a fraction of the price point. She's under $900, $890 to be exact. So again, go down to the description, copy the title of the bag, put it in the ZenLuxe once you use my link, check out this bag. So if you want the multicolor look, but you also want to be able to buy a weekend car or a boat with cash, go for the Priscilla. Trust me, she's the vibe. One more bag I wanted to call out, and this actually kind of made me mad. So we were making our way through menswear, and I saw this bag up on a shelf. I'm like, that's just a Reed. That is literally the Vernis Reed from 25 years ago, redone. And like, what was the material of this new bag? This is the mini shopper tote for $4,500. I was touching, I'm like, is this canvas? Is this leather? Is this what the P9s are made of? Like, I wasn't impressed, and I certainly wasn't $4,500 impressed. I also felt the handles. I'm like, are these plastic? Is this stamped vachetta? Like, I didn't know what I was touching. I was like, you know what this reminds me of? The Reed. I've always wanted a Reed bag, by the way, and this could be the year I do it, but these are still like kind of stagnant, like the older Vernis bags. Yes, they have a lot of condition issues. Yes, I also want a lime green Robert Wilson version with the hot pink LV. That's been on my wish list for years. This one's done in more of like a bronzy colorway, so as it yellows, it's not going to be very much as apparent as some of the lighter colorways, especially like the cream or the pearl colorway. The vachetta is still sparkling bright. The interior, very clean. It has a February of 2006 date code. Wow, I feel old. That would have been like right when I was getting started with my designer journey, if you will. Overall, absolutely stunning condition for $485. Growing up as bag collectors, one of the things that we're always, hit over the head with is it's an investment. You can sell it and make your money back. You can't anymore. You can with Hermes, obviously. Most Chanel, probably not seasonal. Anymore, like bags now new cost so much astronomically more than what they're worth to begin with that once we're done with it a year or two later, once the hype's gone, you can't resell that bag and recoup most of your cost or make a profit anymore. It used to be the LV monogram. Anything with a monogram splashed over it, you would make your money back because of the little incremental price increases. But now it's like everything has just shot up so hard, so fast, so high, there's really no chance to breathe or to catch up or to really kind of enjoy it anymore. I've pivoted from buying brand new in store to buying pre-owned and vintage, and I've been doing that for several years now. There's more of a joy in the hunt. Yes, you might find the bag, but is it in the right condition, the right colorway, the right price? Do you need to keep looking? Should you catch and release, if you will? Today, I was head over heels with some old Frida Giannini Gucci, like peak Gucci that no one wants to talk about. It's over at ZenLuxe, and they have like the cutest bamboo shopper for only $400. The new Diana Tote is what, $4,000 or $5,000 now? Maybe even $6,000 depending on the size. Like bag prices are insane. I'm gonna stay over here in my lane, shopping over at ZenLuxe, and I hope you join me as well. Links and everything will be down in the description. Make sure you use my code to save a little bit of money. And let me know in the comments, like what is a very amazing vintage bag that you're looking for or the one that got away? Until next time, guys, stay safe, have fun. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. And to find out more about how much I absolutely love ZenLuxe, check out this unboxing. I'm going to show you guys some fabulous Hermes, and I finally marked off a Louis Vuitton Sue Holly Holy Grail. I'll see you over there.